The first group of settlers in Texas were Native Americans. They lived together in groups or tribes all across Texas. Today we are going to talk about some well-known Indian tribes that lived in Texas. The Caddo Indians, the Tonkawas, the Apache, the Colotecan, the Comanche, and the Wichita Indians. The first group of Indians we're going to talk about are the Comanche Indians. They migrated from Wyoming into the southern plains of Texas. They rode horses as the main source of transportation. The Comanches are one of the most well-known tribes in Texas. They hunted and gathered for food, lived in teepees, and were very good warriors. The Wichita Indian tribe lived in North Texas on small farms and in villages. Within the village, they lived in grass huts, wore clothes made of tan hide. Men wore shirts and leggings, women wore dresses. The Caddo Indians lived in the piney area of East Texas in grass huts. Women gathered crops while men hunted. They farmed corn, beans, and other type of crops. The next group of Indians, the Tonkawas, lived in the area we live in today, the hill country of central Texas. They hunted, fished, and gathered food, and they lived in teepees and huts. The Apaches migrated to Texas from Canada. They lived in wickiups and teepees in the southwestern deserts of Texas. They were a semi-sedentary tribe who hunted and farmed for food. The Apaches wore leather boots, cloth headbands, and cloth clothes. Here's a group of Apache Indians crossing a river. The Colotecan Indian tribe lived in South Texas, close to eastern Mexico. They hunted, farmed, and gathered crops for food. The Colotecans were one of the poorest tribes in Texas. They spread disease to a lot of other Indian tribes, and they wore very little clothing. Today we learned about 5 different Native American tribes who lived in Texas: the Caddo Indians, the Tonkawas, the Apache, Comanche, and Wichita Indians.